Let me see him.
Hey, is he level 80 yet?
Oh, I bet you he has my eyes. Let's see the new baby. Hey guys, it's a new baby. Hey guys, I just want to see the baby.
Heyo! Hope everybody's having a good day today. So, in honor of the new Warmane server, kind of a Time Walker experience they're gonna have. We go through Classic and then Burning Crusade and then Wrath of the Lich King and go through all the patches. I wanted to do something special to get back in the swing of things. So this is me soloing 10-man Onyxia. All 10 players here are me, multiboxing. And it was not super smooth. It took me 14 tries, 14 fails, 15 tries total to actually get it down. This is definitely one of the hardest things that I've tried to do multiboxing. I was gonna show a little mega clip here at the start of some of the more spectacular fails that I had, and running back to show that every time I had to run back, it hurt my soul a little bit. So, if you're unfamiliar with multiboxing on the Warmane servers, you are allowed to multibox up to 40 characters in raids, but you can only have 5 in the world at a time. My understanding is that you can have 5 in the world even when you're running back, and that's just something that I do to be a little extra careful. But let's get into the main potatoes here, the actual kill. And still kind of messed up the poll a little bit. Basically, I have all my guys set to follow my paladin tank, and then I'm main tanking on my death knight here. But even this pull was a little rough. I was kind of worried that I was gonna mess it up. They got tail swiped almost immediately because I was out of position, didn't get close enough up on the midsection there. And then if I was going to pick apart my own video here, I'd say make sure that you drop totems, obviously. Make sure that fear, tremor totem is a big button on your screen that you'll actually remember to press. Make sure that your main tank, his follow command is not set to follow your off tank. For the rest of it, the pull is honestly the hardest part. The first phase is pretty standard DPS, don't stand in front, don't stand behind. I'm sure everybody's seen the Onyxia wipe videos, so pretty much everybody knows the strat for this boss, but when you're doing all 10 rolls at the same time, it's a little tricky to say the least. My shamans here, both of them have a bunch of special macros that I made just to pull off Onyxia, like Y heals the Death Knight tank, and U heals just the Paladin tank, and then 1 and 2 are just normal chain heal on whatever target, and then they both have heal bot, as you can see. So pretty much just DPS the first phase, and then the real fun starts. Again, it took me a long time just to get to this point to kind of iron out this strategy here, so I run into the middle, drop Army and Earth Totem to give me a little extra leeway with the whelps, and then make sure I don't over aggro and immediately AoE, give and enough time to aggro everything. Burst down the whelps once I get a little handle on the aggro. I'm just using HotKeyNet. I'm not using Iceboxer to do this. I know a lot of people prefer Iceboxer, but I haven't gone through the setup of it yet. And I'm so used to HotKeyNet at this point that it's kind of a big change for me to go through. Maybe one day I'll get on that boat, but for now I'm still using HotKeyNet, and I can do some pretty cool things with it. So I got the whelps down, just making sure I don't forget the breath that's going to be coming here in just a second, and do some ranged DPS. I'm not too worried about her little fireballs. I've got some... Here comes the breath. And I try to over-exaggerate all the movements because even my screen is probably a little delayed from what's actually happening because there's 10 inputs being sent back and forth from the servers. And I've had times where my the tail end of my guys gets clipped because there's a little bit of server lag or what have you. Doing pretty good so far. Now I've got to worry about the next phase, so you'll see me position my Death Knight tank here in just a moment at the normal tanking position. Got second Earth Totem coming down, Earth Elemental. And here I'm just really trying to make sure that I don't pull aggro. The DPS is not an issue. The DPS isn't great, as you can see, but it's not really the issue. It's more the strategy and the tanking and making sure that they're not out of position. So pretty good handle on aggro by now. Got red auras helping a ton. And blast him down, finishing him up with Starfall and get into position here because we got breath coming up and HP's getting low. So my Death Knight window is kind of the middle screen here, but the main screen, the biggest one, is my Paladin tank. I figured that was a little bit easier for everyone to see. Death Knight's in position, ready to take aggro as soon as she comes down. Do a little bit more damage. And get into position. Here she comes. Back it up, back it up. And here I messed up again. I don't have totems down. So I was pretty lucky to be able to pull this off. Like I said, I tried 15 times, so it wasn't like I wasn't trying or anything like that. It was just the stars aligned and I was able to finally pull it off. But yeah, definitely dropping totems over here, because I dropped them in the middle when I did Earth Ellie. Would have been really nice. Definitely almost wiped there. And then again here in a second, because I've got follow commands set up, my Death Knight goes to follow my Paladin. I was like freaking out a little bit. Getting pretty close. 15%. Had a bunch of pulls around 20%, so I knew I could do it. You know. Still no fear totem down. Good job. And they were really out of position, but I was really afraid of having that Death Knight follow my Paladin tank again. Kind of lucked out with the positioning of that fear. And then there she goes. So yeah, definitely not easy. It was really fun, really, really challenging. This is definitely the hardest thing that I've done multiboxing. As far as like being able to actually accomplish it and finish it. I've tried, Marigar and TOC and things like that. Those are a bit beyond my skill at this point, my gear level and that kind of thing. But maybe one day. Anyway, that's about it for this. I just wanted to share my newest achievement. I thought it was pretty fun, pretty cool. I know that other people have already done this on this server and other servers, but it's first time for me, so I was excited. But anyway, when I start posting videos here again this next week, I'm going to get back into my heroic series, and I hope that you guys enjoy and come and hang out with me sometime. Just did a little photo op here at the end. I was a proud papa at this point. I have the characters in this raid are not super geared. The most geared character is my Resto Shaman, samesies. He's just 6.3, it's just off spec. And then everybody else is like 5.5 or lower. The Rep Paladin is like 5k. No gems, no enchants. It was more of a, just persistence and sticking to the strategy that I was able to pull this off. So, anyway, if you have any questions, comments, whatever, lay them down below. And thanks for watching, and have a great day.
Hey, is he level 80 yet?